Welcome back to the Mariana Dalto Show. I'm your host, Mariana Dalto, and today we're diving into one of the most transformative topics for your business, marketing strategies to grow and scale like never before. Marketing isn't just a tool, it's the lifeblood of every successful business. But here's the deal. It is not just about spending money on ads or posting randomly on social media. It's about strategy, clarity, and action. Whether you're a solopreneur or leading a team, this episode will equip you with the actionable tools you need to attract the right audience, build trust, and boost your bottom line. So grab your favorite notebook, settle in, and let's get started. All right, so let's start with a powerful principle. Money follows attention. If people don't know about you, they can't buy from you. It's that simple. But getting attention isn't just about shouting the loudest in the marketplace. It's about showing up where your ideal customers are and giving them a reason to care. So imagine walking into a crowded marketplace. Everyone is competing for attention. What makes one booth or a stand within the marketplace busier than the others? It is not always, sometimes the best products. It's the product that grabs attention. In marketing, that means leveraging the platforms where your audience spends their time and crafting messages that resonates with their needs. So if your audience, let's say, is Gen Z, TikTok or Instagram Reels are fantastic platforms. If you're targeting professionals, like LinkedIn is a gold mine for networking and content marketing and content sharing. But remember, attention isn't enough. It needs to be the right kind of attention, qualified and targeted. So let's set a goal to post daily. Let's say, for you to take some action here, try to set a goal to post daily, start small, create maybe 5 posts this week that solves a specific problem for your audience. Use storytelling, humor, and tips to make your content engaging and shareable. And don't forget to analyze what works, because not everything sometimes that we post and share works. So that's the main thing of like tracking the work that you do on the marketing, side. Like evaluate the work that you're doing in order to understand the return on your effort doing the work that you're doing in marketing. Whatever is working, continue. Whatever is not working, stop doing it. Now let's help you with storytelling. Let's talk about building a clear brand story. Your brand story is more than just a tagline or a logo. It's the emotional connection you build with your audience. Think about the most successful brands. What do they all have in common? A story that connects with their audience's values and aspirations. For example, if we talk about Apple, they don't just sell computers, they sell innovation, creativity, and a lifestyle. Your brand should do the same. So what you can do is ask yourself, what problem does my business solve? Why am I passionate about this? What transformation do I provide for my customers? Once you have answered these 3 questions, you can craft a value proposition that is clear and compelling. And remember, if you confuse your audience, you will lose. So keep it simple and direct. Now, you can use this exercise to help you with this branding piece. So you can write your brand's elevator pitch in 1 sentence, and you can use this formula. So you can say, we help, and then it's X audience achieve Y result by the Z method. So that will be the formula. We help X audience achieve a Y result by a Z method. For example, in my business, I help small business owners boost their revenue by 30% in 90 days with proven marketing strategies. So that's an example specifically for my business, but think through what you do how you help your clients, and then leverage what you have and put it in that formula. Now let's talk about being omnipresent. Marketing isn't just a one and done activity. The businesses that succeed are the ones that show up consistently across multiple platforms. The more you're seen, the more you're trusted, and trust will lead to sales. So the key here is to work smarter, not harder. So the idea is for you to create content and repurpose that content. For example, if you write a blog post, you can turn that content into several social media posts. You can create a podcast episode. You can create email newsletters with that content. So be smart on, putting one piece of content together and then distribute that to your audience in different ways. So then they can see you everywhere with really valuable content that helps your audience. I can share another pro tip, which is you can use the 10 by 10 method, which is before you post, engage with 10 other posts by liking and commenting to people. Then after that, you post. And then after that, you comment on another 10 posts. This strategy will boost your visibility and engagement, specifically on platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn. Because the platforms wants you to engage, not just go and post and do anything else. So the idea is to provide value in many ways, and the engagement piece is also providing value to your audience. No, I wanted to share now, in order for you to think through, well, how do I do this? I'm gonna share a content calendar example so you can think through that and put a schedule together for you to be consistent. So if you have your notebook, write this down. So you can do one blog post per week, one email per day, 2 Instagram posts per day, 2 Instagram videos per day, and 1 live video stream per week. The point isn't to overwhelm you with having this kind of schedule, but to create a rhythm that keeps you in front of your audience consistently and also make you feel comfortable like doing this over and over again, right? I would like to share also a little known marketing secret, because this is gonna help you for anything else. So collaboration is one of the fastest ways to expand your reach. Partnering with other brands, with influencers, with organizations will allow you to tap into their audience while providing value to yours. So start joining industry-specific groups like Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups, engage in conversations, provide helpful advice, and share your expertise, right? But remember, focus on giving value, not just selling, because that's the main thing about engagement. You gotta give value and provide like information to your audience where they can see how you are really knowledgeable on, and you have what they need to solve their problems, right? So relationships, remember that relationships will come first and then sales will follow, but you gotta build that relationship first. I want to give you an idea. For example, you can volunteer to speak at a local event. You can join the Chamber of Commerce or become part of a networking group like BNI. These connections can open doors to partnerships and referrals you wouldn't have access otherwise. So being part of these groups, not just online, but going to networking events, it really will help you move the needle for your business. Again, you need to connect with people. You just can't be trying to do everything online. Now, I would like to talk about the importance of follow-up, because once you meet people, once you start connecting with people, you gotta continue the conversation, and that's where I see a big gap here with businesses. So most sales happen after the 5th follow-up, yet most businesses stop after following up 2 times. And the question is why? And what happens is people have fear of being too pushy because, if you follow up too much. But follow-up isn't just about stalking people. It's about persistent and adding value when you're following up with them, right? So for example, if you're following up with a lead, Don't just send a check-in here email, how you doing? Instead, share a resource, share a case study, or a tip that directly solves the problem to their pain point. So the idea is always connect with them with value. So you are top of mind. So when they're ready to connect with you again to buy, they remember you because you kept in touch with them. Now, let me share a simple follow-up framework that maybe you can start implementing in your business. So first, contact will be a friendly introduction with a value-packed offer or whatever you offer in your business. The second time that you contact them, you might share a testimonial or a success story from a client of yours, using your products or services. And if it's tied to the problem that you're solving, more than ever, right? The third time you contact them, provide a quick tip or a resource that is tailored to their problem. The fourth contact could be ask if they have any questions or if they need help. The fifth time you contact them, you can create urgency with a time-sensitive offer. And then when this is done right, follow-up will build trust and keep you top of mind. Again, continue the conversation. You gotta do more than 5 follow-ups, but this is just to give you a starting point to start thinking differently on how you can keep connecting with your prospects or past customers for future sales. So again, marketing isn't just about selling, it's about serving. It's about helping people. So it's about showing up consistently, sharing your story, and creating connections that turn prospects into lifelong customers. Remember that there's like some key takeaways here that I shared today. And I want you to really sync this information so then you remember them and take action from these takeaways. Attention is the most valuable currency. A clear brand story creates trust and connection. Consistency and omnipresence are non-negotiable. You gotta be present in the marketplace all the time. Collaboration is the secret weapon for scaling, and follow up, and follow up with the prospects and customers. Thank you for spending your time with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love for you to subscribe, share it with your network, and leave a review. Your support will help this podcast grow and also allow us to keep bringing you valuable insights each week. And until next time, remember, success is built one strategy, one connection, and one bold step at a time. Keep shining, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.